Happy 90th birthday episode. It's Viva's 90th episode.
Episode 90.
Episode 90. 90. And we're here. We're so happy to be here. And we're so excited.
It's going to be good.
To dive in.
We're diving in. We're trying something new here at Viva headquarters.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Because
you may have noticed the runtime of this episode is short.
It's a little guy.
We're trying to goose the algorithm gods.
But we are not sacrificing quality.
Give them a little goose. So we're trying to make shorter episodes. You're still going to get all the Viva content you would normally get, but it's going to be coming weekly instead of every 2 or 3 weeks.
It's going to be coming quicker at you, so you better be ready to catch it.
And in shorter, smaller doses.
So maybe you won't see one of your favorite segments today.
But you'll see it next time.
Yeah. And that means every single week is Viva Week.
Yes.
Which is really exciting. So we'll see how this goes.
Everybody's working for the Viva.
Everybody is working for the Viva.
Yeah, I was right.
That's it.
Good job.
Nice. So this is episode 90, and
this is Viva Physical Media.
Let's go. We got a little mailbag.
An itty bitty mailbag.
Itty bitty mailbag.
Itty bitty mail committee.
And I'm so sad because I wish we had more mail. So you know how to put a smile on my face, you guys? Email us, viva@scarecrow.com, or send us handwritten or typed mail. Someone should send us a typewriter-typed mail, like a typewriter.
Okay. And then we can find out what kind of typewriter typed it on. They typed it on and forensically deduce who sent it to us.
We could do that too.
Or maybe they'll just say who it's from.
Yeah. But if you want to do that, it's Scarecrow Video, 5030 Roosevelt Way, Northeast, Seattle, Washington, 98105. Or you can stop by the store, send us a mail. Just let us know what you've been watching. If you have any questions about the store, you can ask that. If you need like a recommendation, if you want to show us pictures of your physical media collection or your pets, or talk about any sort of, movie resolutions you got going, just whatever, just shoot the shit. Like, give us a chat,
Send us a chit.
Send us a chit. But we do have one mail, which I'm glad I checked our junk mail folder.
It went to the spam folder.
It went to spam. And I think it's just because, John, your email looks kind of spammy.
Kind of spammy.
No offense, John.
What is his well, we can't say
what's his email?
Yeah.
Let me
no,
it's just like a mix of letters and numbers that I'm sure Outlook was like, it's spam. But let me tell you other spammy stuff.
Stupid it's me, Outlook.
All right, John. This is what you said to us. Hi, Emalie, Matt, and Rich. John from NY. I haven't written in a while. I found some interesting dog stuff that I had to share. So there was a band in the 80s called Dog Police. They had a hit song in 1982 to 1983, which then led to a TV pilot made based on the song The Dog Police. It's kind of nuts that they thought this might be a hit show. While it might not be long enough for your dog movie for the episode, I thought you all and everyone else who watches Viva might want to watch it. Oh, and it has Sandler before he made it on SNL. Thanks for the great eps of Viva, John. And then he links to this music video and a TV pilot for The Dog Police that I had a chance to watch. These guys haven't watched it yet, so they will be entertained and surprised. It is absolutely bonkers. And I enjoyed it. It's kind of, the music video is really nightmare fuel. Like, takes place in like a night lounge, and then these police come, but they have like realistic dog masks, and they arrest this girl who kind of also looks like a dog.
Larry McConkey, famed Steadicam operator with well over 100 film credits to his name, including the famous 3-minute long shot in Goodfellas, was the camera operator, resulting in some really great shots.
Meanwhile, this band is live playing the song called Dog Police, which I guess is the band's name and the song title. Yeah, kinda.
Chorus is without a doubt an earworm. Probably the best type of worm to get when you're a dog, right?
And then the pilot is like an 8-minute cop buddy comedy pilot where these 3 dogs are also police officers.
What's that, man? Did you hear that?
It's all clear. Cops will never find us here. been sniffed out!
You wouldn't want us to play rough with you.
Dog police, they're writing everyone. Dog police, helping wherever.
And they have to like bust somebody. And Adam Sandler's.
Bad news, boss. It's your turn to pay.
No, not a problem. $127. I don't think so, Shifty.
Hey, it's free enterprise. It's the backbone of the capitalist system. My time's got to be worth something.
He like helps him out. He's like, he used to be a criminal, but they like got him off, so he helps him out. I don't know. It's very strange.
I'm already confused.
This is a music video that is better than it should be. And it's for a song that's pretty much a joke. The concept of the song came from the idea of calling the dog police to arrest an unattractive woman when you're on a date. A joke that more than likely flew over a lot of people's heads.
It's really weird. Like, I think the lyrics of the song is almost like she's ugly, and the dog police are coming to like.
Oh, kind of like a who let the dogs out situation?
Yeah, exactly.
Please keep sending us weird things you find that are from like lost movies
media.
and lost media, because it's endlessly fascinating, and I very much appreciate.
ADCAB? All dog cops are bastards?
Aren't. But most,
Aren't.
I don't, because I like the dog cops.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, controversial.
Dog propaganda.
I like when a dog has a job, all right? And it's not their fault if they do it
So
wrong.
does my dad.
But when they wear little vests. You know what I mean, you guys? Or they go on a bus for some reason.
And they go on a bus?
Yeah, some dogs go on buses to their job.
To their job.
Commute.
Yeah.
They can't drive, Matt. What the fuck? In any case,
I'm frowning.
thank you,
I'm not
John.
happy. I'm sad.
Thank you, John, for introducing me to the dog police, because they're good old boys. Actually, they're not. They're so scary. They're not real dogs. Okay, thank you for the mailbag, and everyone mailbag us and check out the dog police. Mailbag.
It's time for
Rapid Rex.
I love that sound.
music to my ears.
It's so nice.
We got the final Rapid Rex that is going to get the extra $50 bump.
Yeah.
That offer is now off the table. You snoozed and lost if you didn't do it.
You stupid sons of bitches.
But
Just kidding. You can still do that.
The original offer of a $100 donation will still get you a Rapid Rex. It just won't have any
Personalized
matches.
Rapid Rex, baby.
Ask us for 10 different categories. We will give you 10 different recommendations. This person did not do that. They had a different set of standards.
This person followed suit with my 1989
from the previous
episode. So this is all movies from the year 1980.
And this goes out to John Claus. That is who sent us this Rapid Rex.
Do you think it's the same John from New York?
I don't know.
Does he have a bullshit email address?
No.
Just kidding. Sorry, John.
You're really on about John's email.
John, change your email.
Change your email,
to the spam
buddy.
folder. Come on.
Anyway, John
Sure.
Claus, thank you.
John
and
Claus
here
Van
are
Damme.
20 movies from Emalie and myself from the
Emalie.
year 1980.
Okay. My first movie from 1980 is Little Darlings. Another movie from 1980 is one of my absolute favorites, Out of the Blue. One more movie from 1980 is The Long Good Friday. Excellent film. Yet another movie from 1980, Times Square. Another excellent film. All of these are excellent films. I don't know why I'm saying these are good afterwards. That's why I picked them. Favorite Fulci coming up, City of the Living Dead. Newer to me, Cassavetes' Gloria. So good. Then I have a movie from 1980 called It's My Turn by Claudia Weil. I got a Nicholas Rogan here, Bad Timing from 1980. My number 9 pick is 1980's Foxes. And then we're gonna end the list with the 9th configuration from 1980.
We didn't have any doubles.
Oh, really? Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, so my 10 movies are as follows. Starting off from 1980, Clint Eastwood's underseen and underappreciated Bronco Billy.
I haven't seen it.
Also from 1980, the notorious studio-killing film maudit Heaven's Gate.
Yes, I almost put that. So good.
Also appearing in the year 1980, Dario Argento's excellent sequel to Suspiria, sort of, Inferno. This also came out in 1980. I don't know if you're familiar with other movies that came out that year. Alligator, starring Robert Forster. Another animal-themed movie from the year of our Lord, 1980, The Dogs of War.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either. Ooh,
Yet another semi-animal related movie, James Bridges' 1980 film, Urban Cowboy.
Love.
A wonderful film with John Travolta and Deborah Winger, also featuring Scott Glenn wearing a single fingerless leather glove and a black mesh t-shirt, and somehow making that look insanely masculine. Also from 1980, Sammo Hung's horror comedy Encounters of the Spooky Kind. Furthermore, also from the year of our Lord, 1908, Walter Hill's Western The Long Riders.
Haven't seen that one either.
Another great, terrible movie from
what year?
I think 1980.
Okay.
Irwin Allen's volcano disaster film, When Time Ran Out.
Oh.
And finally, from the country of France, I believe made in the year 1980, Bertrand Blier's Death Watch with Harvey Keitel.
Yes.
Also, I'd be remiss if I did not mention my favorite movie of all time, came out in 1980, The Empire Strikes Back.
Those are our recommendations for you, and we don't have to defend ourselves. We don't have to explain them. We don't even want to tell you necessarily why we like them. We just want you to trust us and watch these films from 1980 because they are our
Rapid Rex.
All right, it's time for a Raunch versus Rom update. If you don't know, the challengers this time are Emalie's Malibu Beach and my Chances Are.
And the fight has been brutal. The crowd has been going wild.
And the stakes couldn't be higher.
The jury is in their sequestered hotel rooms configuring, trials and fights.
I'm going to be giving out $1 million checks to anyone who votes for the Robert Downey Jr. opus, Chances Are.
And I'm going to be talking for as long as it damn takes, even if that's 24 hours up on the podium talking about Malibu Beach so that you guys will vote for Raunch.
Yeah. So get your votes in while there's still time before the world ends. In a couple of episodes, we will announce the winner and move on to a new set of challengers.
So thank you for your vote. It means the world. All right, my one and only pick for this episode, episode 90, is a great little movie by the name of The Sacred Spirit. I found this in one of my favorite ways of finding a movie, which is literally physically walking around the store and just seeing a spine on the shelf that looks intriguing. This was in the Spain section. It's an Arrow release. Sacred Spirit sounds spooky, so I picked it up, and it was cool. This is from 2021. Director Kima Garcia Ibarra. It's their debut feature. They did a bunch of award-winning shorts, so I think it's a good up-and-comer to keep your eye out. Shot on 16mm. Gorgeous movie. Kind of an offbeat, deadpan, dark comedy, and it takes place in this small town in Spain and follows a bunch of different characters, including ufology group.
Estimados compañeros y amigos, hemos ganado una semana de experiencia en nuestras vidas desde la última reunión. 7 días en que nosotros, minúsculos humanos, hemos vivido ajenos a los acontecimientos cósmicos. Mientras nos ocupábamos.
And their mysterious / beloved leader that they all go to their meetings and they just love this guy and he's kind of like a grandfather figure. And then there's this guy in the group and he takes care of his elderly mother who used to be a prolific psychic in the town, but she got Alzheimer's and now she can't really have her visions anymore and she's unable to communicate with the living or the dead. And then his sister is a woman who has twins, and one of them is missing. So there's a little girl that's been abducted by a person or by an alien. There's speculation. And she's a twin, so they keep showing her sister who looks exactly like her, and they dress her in the clothes that the girl was in when they were missing.
¿Puedes ponerte de pie, por favor, y darte la vuelta? Eso es.
So it kind of goes through all these different characters and kind of focuses on how these people in this town are kind of replacing maybe the dark secrets of the actual reality with the unknowable possibility of the supernatural. And it's just kind of a really cool character study with this creepy kind of offbeat, like Todd Solondz-esque humor, this kind of black humor throughout the whole thing.
He estado revisando los archivos de mi padre y he encontrado este archivador con toda la documentación de la asociación. Entiendo que a partir de ahora tiene que custodiarla el vicepresidente. Leyendo en los estatutos aparece que el nombre designado con este cargo es Cosmic Faraón. No sé quién de ustedes responde a este alias.
José Manuel.
There's a great carnival ride scene where the uncle and the twin girl that's not missing, they go on this carnival ride. And as it's like a one-shotter, there's a lot of shots in this movie that are just like still shots with things going on in the frame. And this just is in front of them as they like start slowly on this carnival ride, and it goes and goes and goes. The music, which I think is supposed to be like playing somewhere at the carnival, is a Spanish cover of the Cranberry Zombie. And it's like cool. Such a good fucking scene, and it just looks great. It's kind of just like about these characters trying to find meaning in this like alienated world and among the possibility of aliens themselves. I thought it was a really cool random find of mine, and I'm excited to see what this guy does next. This came out at SIFF a couple years ago and won one of their awards. But yeah, it's really great. I'm glad Arrow picked this up. Looks great, and I recommend watching The Sacred Spirit.
You probably know that I am a big fan of slow cinema, durational documentaries, and experiential type stuff.
Yep, you're a real freak.
The long movie is a fun thing for me, and I like to try to watch them in one sitting, like in as completed way as possible. I've been wanting to see this movie for a really long time, and it finally came out on Blu-ray a few weeks ago. It's from 2015 from a filmmaker named Kevin Jerome Everson, and it's called Park Lanes. This is 8 hours long, and it is, though it was filmed over the course of a week, it represents a single day's shift at a factory. So we start the movie, we watch a woman, walk into the building, clock in, get to work. She actually the first 5 minutes of the movie or so is like her in the break room, making some small talk with her coworkers, making a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, brother. I'm all right.
Not for you.
And we spend the entire day at the factory watching all these different people do their various jobs. We spend 20 or 30 minutes with different people. One lady, you see her sort of meticulously soldering something together. We don't know what the part is. We don't know what it does. There's a lot of stuff of guys putting big sheets of pre-cut metal into another machine that will fold them at specific angles, and they're sort of building these parts. We see one guy whose job it is to hang the parts on a hook that goes on a chain that moves the parts into another room. And we see when they get to that other room, there's another dude whose job is to paint them. And on and on and on.
Is there dialogue? Do they talk to
They don't talk to the camera, but if there's two guys in a room, they'll talk.
Like, are you overhearing any gossip?
No, but you do hear them chit chat.
Yeah,
but the audio is not. They're not mic'd.
Yeah,
So you
okay,
can't
got it.
always make out what everyone's saying.
So yeah, because you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. He said, yeah, I'm not that nice.
One of the fun audio things is they do play music on the factory floor, and so you can faintly hear whatever song they're playing in the background. It's a lot of fun. There's a really interesting couple of aspects to this. One, like I said, you'll spend like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes with a specific person doing their job. You'll see them do other jobs too sometimes, but because of the sort of hypnotic side effect of watching a person do a monotonous thing for an extended period of time, when it cuts to somebody else doing a different thing, you get excited. You're like, what's this thing?
It kind of creates its own pace, like its own worldly pace.
It absolutely
That's
does.
so
And
weird.
it creates a weird bit of electricity and suspense.
Yeah.
Secondly, like, you have no idea what they're doing. There is no context for what they're building or what kind of factory this is. This will come up later. There's even a part about halfway through the movie where we go on lunch break. And we sit in the cafeteria and we watch people have their lunch break and they shoot the shit with each other, they tell jokes, they laugh, they're having a good time, and then they get back to work. My favorite thing about this movie, and like I said, I try to watch these things, you know, in single sittings if I can. This one demands to be seen in a single sitting because it is like going to work. If you have a job, you have to organize your life, your day around that job. And so the movie kind of asks you to organize your day around watching it.
That's so cool.
It was meant to be screened in one sitting, like, without an intermission in a theater.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not like a museum installation like a lot of these things tend to be.
Was it screened?
It was, yeah, indeed it was. So that was fascinating. Just sitting here and experiencing it all together was great. Hopefully, you will not find out what kind of factory this is if you want to watch this movie. And I think you should watch it, but I would caution you to try to avoid going into it knowing what kind of factory it is. Now, I knew, not because I went looking, just because I had heard of the movie before, and a lot of descriptions of the movie kind of reveal it.
Yeah.
But watching the film, you are not meant to know. It's not until about 2 hours before the end of the movie where they start showing you what the parts are,
Like
where
finished
they
products
go. And it becomes very clear very quickly what the parts are and where they go and what they're making these parts for. And it's fucking awesome. Once it becomes clear to you, you're like, what? Really? It's so neat. Like, even knowing going in, when it happened in the movie, it was still fun. It was like, oh, they're finally showing us what it is. Because, like, again, I knew what it was, so I was like, what's that? But then once you see them start putting things together, it becomes clear what they are. This is a phenomenal piece of durational cinema and probably the best movie I have ever seen about American labor. It is absolutely incredible. If you are up for this kind of thing, like, some people look at this as a challenge. I don't really feel like it's a challenge, but some people might. I can understand why.
I would.
It's a long commitment. But if this is the kind of thing that you think you might be into, I can't recommend this movie highly enough. This is a perfect example of why these movies are great, how they work, sort of how they are great. It might even be a gateway drug for you if you're up for it. So definitely check out Park Lanes. It's an amazing film. All right.
That was episode 90.
So we hope you like the shorter episodes.
It still has a bunch of good stuff in it.
You're going to get the parts that you didn't get this time next week in episode 91.
It's like instead of getting like one big Baconator, it's like getting two sons of Baconators. You know what I mean?
Now, the important thing is what we need you to do is smash that like button. Tell everybody, hit that subscribe button. If you are watching this and you haven't clicked like, do it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot to us.
It's
and you
fun
need
to
to do
click
it
a button.
every single episode you watch. It really helps us. We're trying to jack the algorithm here. We're trying to get more eyeballs on Viva, and you know you want more people to watch Viva.
More eyeballs on Viva means more eyeballs on Scarecrow, and we need everyone in the world to know about how great and how awesome Scarecrow video is. Also, if you could share this on your socials, tell your friends that you watch this cool show, tell your friends about Scarecrow. No matter where they are, they can rent from us by mail. And check us out.
In the continental United States.
No matter where they are in the United States of America. Check us out, Scarecrow.
send to Hawaii in Alaska too.
Intercontinental United States.
There you go.
Scarecrowvideo.org, or pass by and come in the store if you're in town. And follow us on all the Instagrams and Letterboxds and all the Blue Skies and all that fun stuff. Everything is linked below, including the links to Dog Police. So check those out as well.
Bark, bark, bang, bang.
And until next time, Viva Physical Media.
Viva Physical Media.
Bye.
Yeah.
Mia and I share custody of our son, Spooker Luker Lee. These are some of his friends.